Not a lot. And that's what we're doing. Not a lot. And we thought because we're not doing a lot, you're here, which means you're not doing a lot. So we'd like to welcome you to the Dunning-Krueger podcast. Tyler, to my right. My name is Drew. We're walking through a bunch of different things, but really what we're doing is not a whole lot. And we're trying to write a book. We're trying to get off the ground with that. We're doing some writing exercises. Tyler has written a beautiful poem, and so have I. And it's not really a competition. It's just really to get out some things that are in our brains. And this is an exercise I think that'll really help, in my opinion.
Yeah, it gets the creative juices flowing. Yeah, juicing it up.
I had fun doing it.
Yeah,
Because it stretches your brain in a lot of different ways that I'm not used to doing, right? It's just the creative side of my brain I don't get to use very often. This is why book writing, poems, getting on here with you once a week, every Sunday, and just putting out, what we're not doing. I mean, that's what we're showing is what we're not doing.
exactly. What we're doing with not our time that's doing it.
It's not our time, really.
Yeah. No, it's not. There you go.
Yeah, so I have a lot of people over at the house today. It's Halloween.
Family, friends, churchgoers, mix of them all.
All the different peoples. And
sinners and saints.
Both sinners and saints. And we all are probably a little bit in both categories, a little bit. And my whole man cave area on the other side of this is made into a haunted house maze.
Really?
Yes. And I can kind of show it a little bit. It's really hard to see. I don't know if anyone's ever said this before, but it's really hard to see with the lights on what it actually is, if that makes sense. With the lights on, it kind of destroys the ambiance. You need the music going. You need the strobe lights. You need the flashlight hanging from the ceiling. You need the spooky goblins that part, It's hard to describe the experience with the lights on.
You have this set up at your house?
What's that?
You have this set up at your house?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's actually right behind the camera.
Really?
Yeah,
you can walk through this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Should I turn around and show people?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see this.
Okay. So here we go. So this is it's kind of hard to see. So this is where you'd start. See where that truck is?
Yeah.
You'd start here. And there's a person hiding right on the other side of this right here. And then they'd walk through this little maze right there. And then they'd go through this pathway. And then there's a couple more turns. And like I said, it's hard to see without all the lights go. We turn the lights off. We have flashlights hanging. We have scary music playing really loud. We have a big speaker over here. You saw it. That we play this really loud bass, right when they walk by. We have people jumping out and scaring. It's good, and the kids like it.
Yeah, it's good to scare children.
Right. That's what I thought. I thought it was. No, it's
Halloween. Fun. Let's scare the kids. And everybody give them a piece of candy.
Let's get them all hopped up on sugar and freak them out.
There you go. Nightmares.
Yeah. The devil's coming for you.
Yes.
And that's part of our culture. And I respect that part of our culture. You know what I mean?
You do. It looks like you do.
I do. Okay, so yeah, I mean, man, the poem, it scared me a little bit to write something that wasn't a story about, you know how we're writing this book, right? And these are stories about other people. They're not, but when you're writing a poem, it can still be about somebody else, but it's not the main point of the poem it's kind of like your thoughts. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard for me to describe why it was a little bit scary to just write a poem.
Yeah. I get it.
Oh, man. Well, do you want me to jump in and just rip the Band-Aid off here and read this poem?
Yeah. Go for it. You can
Okay.
start this little train blast.
Okay. Masses of people in my neighborhood, together we celebrate. Sharing similar thoughts like we should, we do not hate. City lights drive in, loud like thunder. Faces down and sad, look on in wonder. Sharing similar thoughts like they should, they do not hate. Will they partake? City rules say no. We are not the city. We are a community. No bad bunnies, no rude rabbits. Mind your manners, have good habits. Stay around for a while. You're abound for a smile. Then go back home and leave us alone. That's an original poem by Drew Prokash, made in October 31st, 2021, the year of our Lord.
Yes. Well written, good sir.
Okay. I thought it was fitting on Halloween where, you get all of these people that are following all the rules and are, kind of living in their own world. And they come out to our neighborhoods here because it's a great place for trick or treating. And I thought it fitting as a way to proverbially welcome them, but also ask them to leave kindly and take everything they brought. They came out, now they can go back and live there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, leave out what you brought in when you came in.
I like that. Leave out what you brought out when you came in. I think that should be the title for the poem. Leave out what you brought in when you came in.
Yeah.
Bring out what you brought in when you came in when you leave.
There you go.
I like that. There we go.
All right.
That was good.
Is it dim in my area? Am I dim?
No, you know what it is? There's extra lighting. There's extra lighting in here. I just have extra lights, I think.
No, I had lights, but then it seemed too bright. Well, let me turn on one light and then I'll knock out my poem.
Okay.
I'm going to flip this on. Let's spice it up a little bit.
Get the hair correct here. There we go.
That seems real bright. Too bright?
No, I want your face shining. There we go.
Whoa.
That's a lot better.
That's okay. That's shiny. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is lengthy. This is going to take some time.
That's fine, and I'm really excited for this. I feel like I should be taking notes.
Just mentally absorb this.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Begin whenever you're ready.
He was the birth of a birthing Virgo. Little did he know of what the world would bestow. The challenge of many, he'd have at his wits, sometimes not knowing he'd live in the pits. He grew up with vigor attaining some grace, but he'd toss it aside, complaining of space. With peers all around, he'd try to fit in, though with all the directions, he'd decide to pick thin. Afraid and alone, but fully accepted, he couldn't live up to all he'd expected. This Virgo birth could be his downfall. If he would only make it through, he'd have to bear crawl. Pulling his chest face up to the sky, maybe the sound of trumpets, but no, just a cry. Now learning to run, he's going so fast, very much just hoping the sound of a blast. Truly making some ground, being mild but fair, if only there be a thread of true care. By stomping the ground and taking some guff, he'd tarnish his reputation for just a little snuff. All blue in the face, but hoping for green, never even realizing the true side of mean. By the yank of the hair and a bump on the chin, forever still carrying the thought of a win. The battle just started, but all the trials are many, often dreaming the scare of trading it all for a penny. He tells him to pick himself up almost necessary, thinking over and over, I'm walking in a cemetery. Hoping to be all he'd imagine, with the chest hairs arousing, he'd peel out in a talon. Life treating him like a pinball machine, too scared to know if the Lord would intervene. Clinging to magic and the rain dance in sand, claiming to himself that life dealt him the wrong hand. Some ways can be gloomy or up in the stars, dancing with rainbows or living on Mars. He's getting his spirits and making some ground, remembering the laugh he knew as a sound. The start of sitting in nothing but silence, maybe he's stronger or maybe just pretense. Bombs all aglore, but nothing will faze him, triumphant and proud, even though he's not trim. Explosions amass with dodging and weaving, believing the right direction, but it's all deceiving. Pull out of the mud and grab the vine. I believe it's yours, definitely, not mine. Sloughing off rags and getting a bit cleaner, feeling more joyful, definitely not meaner. Stepping in faith and giving dependence, I think he'll be all right, living in acceptance. Boom.
Yeah, dude, that was it. That's what you call a grand slam. You just grand salami time. You just walked into Denny's and ordered a grand slam. That was
Boom.
it, man. That was great. That was really good. And that was your first shot at a poem? I can't believe that.
There you go. Well,
I can't believe that was your first shot at a poem.
What?
That wasn't your first time at a poem.
Maybe not.
I know it's not. That was really well polished. I like the story. That was great. I like the transitional points where the poem was able to transcend suffering. I mean, that was great, man. That really was. That was really great. I would I'd maybe post that as a original. Would that fit on one page?
I
really
can cursive it down.
Yeah, just really tight. I would do that. That should be some of your theme, behind you. Have that with a signature.
Boom. There you go. Good
work, man. That was it.
Boom. I like your poem too.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well, man, I think we have the get the creative juices flowing a little bit. And I think, you have quite a bit, obviously. So that is fantastic. Yeah, I'm impressed, man.
It was a good, I think it was good to have that little creativeness flowing through us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we need something. We need something. And I don't think we're really lacking it. It's just we sat down. I mean, you wrote a lot. Mine was real quick. I just, whipped it out real quick. But I think if we did that every day, we could have a whole plot line written,
That's true.
I think we could. It wouldn't be a huge deal. Am I lagging? Is my camera lagging?
No.
I'm just really far away from the place where the Wi-Fi is there. Anyways, so that's where we're at. Okay. What do you want to try to see if we can get you want to try to see if we can get a storyline going for our main character? What do you think?
Yes.
You want to have a caller on? You want to have somebody on?
Well, do you want to get a little update from Dragon real quick?
Yeah, let's get an update from Dragon. So, just as a recap for people that didn't watch the episode, the one person that did watch already knows what's going on. So, last week, Dragon has some software for us to use for book writing. And let's see if we can get her on real quick.
Yeah, have her phone it. Is she upstairs? Or not upstairs? In the house.
She's in the house. Let's see if she has her phone on her. Hey, Dragon, Drew here. Hey, I'm out in the recording studio.
Okay.
Do you want to come out real quick and help us guide me through this whole stealing software?
Sorry. What?
Can you help guide me through stealing this software?
Yeah, just give me a few minutes.
Okay. All right,
bye.
We'll fill some time for you. Okay.
All right, bye.
Okay, so that's what's going on, not in the recording studio. That's going on in the house.
I heard
crazy, man.
Yeah,
One of my kids.
Some solid crying.
Yep.
There's got probably a lot of kids out there, I assume.
There is.
I assume with the Drew household, you got lots of children.
There's all the kids out there. God knows what they're doing. They're probably getting into peanut butter and smearing it all over the walls.
Hopefully.
Okay, so
do you want to install this? You want to get this software up and running?
Yeah, let me see. She said she'd be a couple minutes. So let me see if I can find nope. Oh, click the wrong button. Okay, so we have to find the email from Dragon, and it's basically an instructional on how to, get this software. So,
because it's never been activated.
You want it or no?
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So just to let you guys know, it's called Final Dress. I cannot share the screen with you. I have to copy and paste this. There's a serial code here. Oh, you can take it back in there. Thank you very much.
No, Dad, I will get thrown away.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can just set it there. Thanks, cutie.
What was that? Are you eating something? Is that food?
No. They made lunch. Oh, you can just put it right there. Thanks, babe. Appreciate you. Okay, so yeah. So we're making a bunch of food because there's like 40 people coming over. And so they're making a bunch of food, and they couldn't keep one sandwich and some chips, a bag of chips, in the main portion of the house. They're just really frustrated that I get to be out here and they don't. Okay, so if you have purchased, click on the appropriate installer link below. Final draft for Windows. I think it's final draft for Windows, right?
For Windows.
Yeah, because I'm on Windows. Download. Okay, so it's downloading.
Okay.
Should I sign up for the newsletter?
No.
Okay. So just to let you guys know what Final Draft is Final Draft is a writing software used by some of the top studios in the world to create stories and to create I don't know if you guys have seen, anybody has seen the how to create a story, but there's like the character name and then words, and then it gives a brief description of what the scene is like, and it basically fills in what characters say to each other. So that's what we're getting, and we're trying to get it for free. Oh, God bless me. Excuse me. Trying to get Gazoon tight. Okay, so it's done downloading. Should I share screen?
If you want to.
We don't have to, but we can go through this with the people so they just know. Final draft setup. Okay, Windows installer package. The installation package cannot. Oh, then it disappeared. Preparing to install. Okay. User agreement. Okay. Next. Okay. Well, I don't need to show all this. This might take a while. Okay, so we're gonna get this set up. Next week, we will have used it and tell you guys all about it. And at that point, then we'll start doing in the description, we'll put things like final draft experience. And that's one thing we need to do in our description is put brand names and do the hashtags, that type thing. That might be something fun to do to bring more people in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would definitely.
Yeah, right. I saw you trying to sneak a peek.
You better believe it, bro.
Okay, how's the farmers market yesterday?
It's pretty solid. Pretty sold out.
I believe it.
Yep.
And how do you scale more production there? How do you do more? How do you double?
Well, you go to distribution.
People are going to want to put in more orders.
That's right. Got to go distribution style. Crank up the commercial kitchen hours.
Okay.
Double down.
Okay.
Yeah.
We blew through your segment, Court.
Okay, that's fine.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Sorry.
Love you. Bye. Okay. Dragon cannot make it. Blew through her segment. Okay, so more commercial kitchen hours. And for people that don't know, Tyler and his bride own a business, and they're making quality products for people to put in their face. So haven't tried it yet. I'm sure I'll get something shipped in the mail.
That's right. Website goes live tomorrow.
Oh, really? You want to plug the website there?
Yeah. flourandsagebaking.com.
Okay. I'm going to look that up right now.
Flour, like the ingredient.
Oh, yeah.
And sage, like the sage brush that exists all over Idaho.
Okay. Flour and sage. Oh, hey, here it comes up on Instagram. Insta.
Oh, there you go.
You guys are on Instagram.
Yep.
I'm looking. Flour and sage. Wow. These look good, man. Okay, cookies, muffins, brownies, banana bread, oatmeal pies. Wow. I'm not going to sign in. I don't have that. Oh, my goodness. Now, who has the left hand tattoo?
That would be Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay.
That would be the bride.
That'd be the bride. Oh, there is such a cute picture of you and her on here. Oh, man. Have you seen the website? Have you seen Instagram here?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at the Instagram every day.
Do you really?
No, not every day. Maybe every third day.
Now, is this a oatmeal pie or is that a cream pie?
That's an oatmeal cream pie, like the little
Oatmeal
Debbie's.
cream pie.
Yeah.
This looks fantastic. Now, have you figured out a way to send any of this stuff like to New York?
Nationwide.
Nationwide.
Yep.
You guys do nationwide shipping.
Starting tomorrow, be nationwide shipping.
Holy smokes.
That's right.
That is wild.
We did that before.
Okay.
So I have a errand to run at USPS tomorrow. Got to pick up some flat rate boxes.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna test, see how many can fit in a box, and then we'll standardize packaging thereafter.
Right, because you want to get the package you want to ship, and then do that.
Boom.
Okay, I like that because it's not like you just send out multiple different packages at the end of the day.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Are you send them with dry ice or anything?
No.
No, you just
I don't know yet. A lot of bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. Yeah. You don't want those things bouncing around.
Yeah, getting them mushed and mashed up because that's how most people grab packages.
Yeah, what's in there? And then throw it in the back of the truck and deliver it quick. Okay. So this software's going to take a while. It's a huge program. Okay.
That's what I figured. So that's okay. We can start. This is a one where we're writing this from how many? Okay, so we're writing this beginning to finish from a character.
Chronological. I think we should go chronological.
By character.
And
so character basically has their main focus, right? Like the story starts and ends based off one character, right?
Right. And but there are ancillary, is that a word?
Yeah.
There's other characters that are in their lives, obviously, because this person has to interact with other people, right? So we need a backstory for them, really light brushes on it, their basic.
And then eventually they'll get their own story.
Bingo.
Okay.
Bingo. Their own perspective.
I'm thinking how many total characters are story characters? 7?
How many seasons do you want? How much do we want to write? I mean, we might get done. We might be hammering away on one character. We might be hammering away on a character named Jeremy, who's the main character. And we just want to write just about this guy because he ends up being he's so cool. I don't know. What if this becomes just all about the one character, Tyler, or whatever. I don't know, but that would be cool is if then we deep dove into these secondary characters and made them first position characters. And the other main character we already talked about would still make appearances, right?
Gotcha.
They could be on different sides. They could be on different, they're not even on the same side as they were at the beginning. And we could give a different perspective. Just a thought.
Okay.
But we should focus on just the one thing and start creating stories. I think what you wanted to do on this one, and I can pull this up if we want. We don't have to.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm going to go to Google Docs. I'm going to go to, I'm not going to convert it over yet because there's a lot of docs on here. Okay. 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 I'm going to pull up movie plots. This is the one that you did here. This is, okay. So movie plots, chapters, chronological order. I think we should share the screen on this one. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go share screen real quick. Hang on with me. Hang on with me, peoples. Movie plots. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and share. There we go. And let me introduce you to movie plots. There we go. Okay. So here we are. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. It's small, but yeah, I can see it.
I'm going to maybe see if I can zoom. Is this making it bigger?
Yes. Oh,
It
yeah.
is?
There you go. Boom.
Okay.
That's magic.
Okay. So this is a really, if we were to give a 30-second pitch to somebody, this is what you want to hear. When you say, what is this about? And you say humans create intelligent AI machines, these AI take over meaningless tasks, but over time are used in ways that will theoretically advance societies in a short span of time. These AI are working in organized groups at the expense of the individual. AI are making very long-term plans involving nation-to-nation attacks and nation self-attacking to create fundamental changes in the cultural structure of society. Factions of people are created to bring technology back to points of human control. And so if you can get through that in under 30 seconds, okay, you get through that in under 30 seconds and people start telling you about, oh, it's kind of like that movie or it's kind of like this. And if they can already start relating it to something else, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing for multiple reasons. But if they can relate it to something about themselves or they had ideas about it, it starts getting their brain working. What you don't want to see is like they're listening and then they go, oh, okay. So did you see what the Seahawks score was? You know what I mean? I'm a little bit biased, but I think this is our pitch. This overall plot. This is our pitch here. And we can work on the overall plot and add to it. But then check this out. Chapter 1. Breakthroughs for AI advance. Company boardroom. You have 12 to 15 people discussing. Plot 1. Taking points about the current.
So that's scene frame 1.
Right.
Screen plot 1. Okay, that's right. Because I looked this up. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And there's like 150 frame / plots per movie on average.
Okay.
Okay, so and then each scene obviously has its own plot purpose, adhering to the greater plot of the overall movie.
Right. So that's like a sub to the plot is then you have frames kind of underneath that.
So do we want to start with our main character? Do we have a name for this character?
That's a thing. And I've been giving him the name Nemo.
Yep. I'm good with that.
And that we can change that, obviously.
Yes, but it gives us somebody to talk about.
Right.
So Nemo.
Now,
do we want to start in that? What do you think about that? Are you good with that?
I like starting in creating a little bit more details on plot number 1. I like this format right here that we're currently looking at, where you have frame 1, scene, plot. So we can develop the plot and then write out the scene.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So okay.
And
so
this would be really good when you have a bunch of people discussing things.
Yeah.
We can go into different like character creations with a really thin brush, details, not too much. And then because there's 2 of us off air, we can go back through and have what this person believes in. Well, I've been at, and we can argue back and forth and write down what, embody that person, write down what they would say. And then you and I just riff back and forth. And then there's the dialogue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We do the dialogue ourselves.
And we just record it and then go back and then we can go in here and bang, type it out.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying, what's the quickest way to get words on paper? Is what we're doing right now. But just I embody Karen Shepard, the 62-year-old secretary to my boss, LaDanian Malcolm, and you are, a lawyer, you know what I mean? And then we're going back and forth, and maybe the writing perspective is from the secretary or whatever. Or maybe it's just person to person, people discussing ideas, and then this person chimes in,
Well, here's our first plot.
Yep.
And then let's polish this up. A company is discussing talking points about. So this is what I was thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is obviously set in a time period where AI is already a major factor. Okay, AI is like already. It already does maybe people have chips in their head or something, and people can just order their groceries through a little visual thing on their arm or something. Like AI is already well ingrained in everybody's life.
Okay,
like gas stations. You pull up to a gas station, you don't even drive your car, right? Car self-drives, get to a gas station, charging station or whatever. Boom. Yep. Your car gets plugged in. Boom, you just scan the inside of your wrist on this little scanner thing. It fills up your tank and you drive off.
What about on the freeways themselves, underneath the pavement, have
charging
chargers as you drive?
Yeah, so each time you pass it, just bing, charges you 15 cents, gives you 100 miles.
Right.
Or something like that. So then I was thinking, in the first scene, right, we're going to zoom into some kind of boardroom meeting,
right,
where this guy Nemo, the main character, is discussing with a board of 12 to 15, or I don't know, maybe less. Okay, but somewhere he's just sitting at a board and he's discussing some new implementation for a government level AI implementation. So he's
governmental contract.
Yes, for some new AI technology that's gonna I don't know, it's gonna take over GDP or something like that, or it's gonna start predicting the movement of people. So it's gonna start organizing, the development of new roads, where they're gonna go, resource technology.
Okay.
So it's AI is already in people's life at the start of this book.
Right. Everybody's using it.
Yeah. It's everybody's using it.
And these aren't physical machines that you can actually touch and combat and fight. And that's the big difference, I think, that we're talking about here.
Yep. And then Nemo at this boardroom is in this first scene discussing, maybe he's even giving a synopsis, right? Because then in the beginning, you're not going to know how much AI is going to be a part of right? So maybe he's
explaining.
Yes, he's trying to sell this government contract for this advancement of AI technology. And so he's kind of doing a sales pitch to this board, which is probably all just high level. Maybe there's some senators sitting on there.
Yeah, maybe you have a couple generals in there.
Yeah, some Secretary of State type people. And he's saying, and he's going to give a synopsis saying hey, AI does this, it does this. And he's talking or showing or giving examples of what AI already currently does. Boom. And giving just a roundabout of look where we've come in the past 10 years. And then he's boom, look where I'm going to take you. Okay. And that's where he's trying to sell this pitch for this. Maybe this is the leaping point too. So AI obviously is ingrained in society, but AI has no consciousness, right? It's if you have a gas station robot who fills your tanks or picks your groceries at the grocery store for you, it's they don't know what they're doing. You got to input, you got to tell them, hey, I want kale, I want, gluten-free Oreos,
Right.
and then
And
they're going to
we
go
kind of
grab
do
it.
that on our cell phones right now, huh?
You do, right? But maybe
Right.
we have, but maybe there's
But
a,
instead of a human bringing it out to you, it's
Yeah.
just in a storage locker.
yep, it's just like a robot or a machine with some arms, and it brings it, puts it in your car, and then you scan the inside of your wrist because you got some chip in you, and then it's like, bing, okay, done. And then so
Okay.
he's going to show that, but then he's going to take us to a new level, and he's going
Okay.
to be selling this new AI technology that actually thinks for us. So it actually decides, right? Maybe it like
Right.
in implementation in the government, it's going to start to even predict, like, okay, this town in this state is going to be low on water resources. So this
Yep.
is what we need to do to drain, to bring water from deeper aquifers. And then it's going to start planning out how to do that stuff for us. It's going to start basically trying to get us to dictate society so that it's like
Because
very,
they're creating this really successful predictor of how much yield do we need on our crops, how much do we need. We have upcoming a bunch of new people that need electric vehicles or charging, so we need to up our energy allocation. We're running out of water in California. So they're solving a lot of these problems. I'm going to put selling the newest advancements. How about Neuralink?
have you ever seen the movie Eagle Eye?
The James Bond one?
No. Is that James Bond? No. Eagle Eye.
Is it with Shia LaBeouf?
Yes. With Shia LaBeouf. Okay? It's called Eagle Eye. And in Eagle Eye, did you ever see it?
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
You
Very
remember
good.
how it's like
Underrated movie.
it is a really good movie, but right, you know, like how that whole program in Eagle Eye was like this giant intelligence software that they would use to give them. That's what it would be. He's selling this AI that's basically going to be this, or like, you know how, like in iRobot,
Yeah.
Will Smith,
Yep.
how there's that one, like the consciousness of all the robots is like,
They were
okay,
connected.
I think humans can't really protect themselves. They make bad decisions. So I'm just going to walk them in their houses with my robots because I'm abiding by your policy. Protect
Yeah,
humans.
you gave me rules to protect humans.
Yeah, but then it starts to think on its own. It's like, okay, well, you can't protect them like you think you can because you're humans. You're flawed. I'll protect you better. So this is where the idea of this is like a conscious AI that's now going to make decisions with a lot more thought process, right? Because it can it can drive through data in milliseconds. So it can say, oh, okay, look at this. This is the trend of your economy. You need to lower gas purchasing power for the world that you do by 15%, pimp. And then you need to increase job production by 11% for electric charging stations. So it's predicting all this based off all this history. And this guy's going to sell this. He's like, boom, this intelligent software that you're going to implement is going to help you make government decisions with a much more farther broadcast into the future and get more of the refined details. Okay. And it's going to start telling you to do, and it's going to start shifting the budget. It's going to start adjusting the purchase power.
I like this. There's not a need anymore for personal decision or decision making because it's tracking the most successful route on every decision, and it's giving you two paths, and there's a less successful path and the more successful path. And then at some point, there's a credit score of how many good decisions you're making with the AI Neuralink implant, how many bad decisions you're making, and you're getting a score. This person makes bad decision after, even given only the two options, and one, you need to do this in this situation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
and there's reminders, and we become just meat bags being controlled by basically a player, like we're in a video game, but we just have less control almost. I like this. A lot of this is what we get when we write poems. We get the things going. This is what I have. I wrote new for the scene plot, and then we can go into the frame and actually go back and forth in the frame. Not today, but we can do that on our own time. Come back next week. Set in a time period where AI is a major factor in day-to-day. Car self-drive and charging occurs while driving. Nemo, the main character, is discussing a governmental contract, giving a synopsis. And that'd be a great intro, is him talking and explaining the history of everything, and now he catches the audience up to speed.
Yeah, right out the gate, he gets the audience to understand where we're at, what kind of life the normal person lives now. But
Right.
he's going to sell you on, like, boom, I've got an AI program that's going to think for itself.
Right.
And it's going to start making decisions, long-term 5, 10-year, 15 decisions from a much more data-oriented standpoint, eliminating, this is a selling point, eliminating human error in the decision. And then everyone's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. And we've already done test trials for 5 years in this city, in wherever. And here's what it looked like before. Here's was the poverty rate, the crime rate, and all of these things. And after 5 years, the city transformed to top schools, top drinking water, whatever. You create all these different scenarios. You have interviews with residents and police and, people that were skeptical. There's going to be skeptical people that don't want this Neuralink thing. But yeah, so that's exactly it. I love that. And then, so they're catching the audience up on what's happened, where technology was 5 years ago in this city, and then giving a sales pitch to Secretary of State and generals and other private industry titans, selling the newest advancements in brain to tech hardware, Neuralink. This is great. I think this gives us, and then I'm going to put, gives example of a 5-year test case in a town.
Yeah, some like small city in like Ho-Dunky, Oklahoma or something.
Okay,
Oklahoma. Not that Oklahoma is a Ho-Dunky town. I'm just saying, like a small town anywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
No beef on Oklahoma. Anywhere, just like a small town that nobody's ever really heard of.
Right.
Okay. And it's like, okay, maybe a town of like 90,000 people, kind of in the corner of some state. But then, he's like, boom, look at what it did. School performance went up, graduation rates,
real estate
quadrupled. Yep.
Everybody's yard is clean.
Down. Yep.
Everybody's yard is clean. There's no garbage anymore. The crime is down, super low.
Police stations were relocated in this perfect format. Yeah. So now
I
there's
love
like
that.
a 0.2% crime rate.
Dude, this is going to be great. This is going to be really cool. Once we get this first chapter, we get this storyline going.
And I wouldn't even worry.
I think we're going to be on a roll.
Yep. I wouldn't even worry about chapters right now.
Right.
I think what we do is we create an entire story from start to finish. As many plot frames and scenes as we need.
Right.
And then we look at the totality of, I don't know, 120, 130 scenes that all have their own individual plot. And then we go through and then we can break down, okay, this is going to be chapter 1, this is going to be chapter 2. And then that will help us tie in the beginning and then the ending. And then the next chapter begins and then ends. But then it's one fluid story. And then we just have to create these transition points from chapter to chapter.
Right.
But we just need like one
we need to start writing. We need to start writing scenes. We need to get into scene frames. That's what we need to get into.
So let's.
And I think we attack this together. Honestly, I think what we've gotten here is, I mean, it's not much on paper, but I think we can give. I think it would be cool because once you log on to here, because let me see, Ty's Eagle and 2 more are on here.
I'm on there.
Okay, I'm gonna take Curtis off of here, and I'm just gonna remove him. Okay, save. So it's just you and me on here now. Because when you're on here, I can see. I just saw you. I just saw you jump on. When you're on here, we could be typing, back and forth. We don't need to be online or on speakerphone or anything. We can just be, writing.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool. Weeknights are really tough for me, but I think it would be really cool to have a weeknight, and it's okay if it's a Friday or Saturday night. Friday or Saturday nights would probably be best for me. We do 20 to 30 minutes. That's it. 20 to 30. And we just jump on here together. And we've been pretty good about getting on every Sunday. I don't think it would be that much more of a commitment to say, hey, Friday nights, 8:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock your time.
We do like a quick 20, 30 of just writing.
Just writing. And since there's 2 of us, we should be able to hammer out a bunch. And since we're doing it together, maybe that 20 turns into 30. But we keep it really tight. We talk about it on our next show. And I think, man, I am interested. I want to hear the rest of this story. You know what I mean? I think people are going to be really interested to hear what happens.
Yeah.
We're going to have to start locking some of these videos where people can only watch it live, and then we lock it so you can't watch it again until the making of, comes out in a couple years.
Exactly.
Okay, dude, we're at 52 minutes, and I feel like we haven't even tried, really.
Yeah, I know.
It's wild, man. It's wild how fast this time goes. And I wish you lived close by, because you guys would already be over here. We'd be doing a live podcast together. I'd scoot back a little bit. I'd be like right here. You'd be like right over here. We'd put the mic, in the middle more.
In the middle.
And And it'd just be a fun time. But you're not. So we're dealing with it as much as we can.
That's right.
And I'm not wearing my watch this week.
Oh, I see that. Why not?
Yep, I forgot it.
Oh.
I forgot it. And no one called in that I'm aware of.
No.
Let me check my email.
I forwarded this to a couple people too.
Okay.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's fine.
You have ebb and flow for the first couple times.
Yeah.
And it's Halloween, more difficult day, but we got on here, third show. It
is. And this automatically saves. So I'm going to just close out of that bad boy. There we go. Yeah, man, I'm really happy with what we've been able to get done today. I'm not going to lie. Really happy. I'm excited to sit down and start banging out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start on paper and just ideas of conversations and that type thing. I'm going to work on getting this
software.
Yeah, get the software. Here it is. Put in the activate invalid customer number. Okay. So I have to go through help and all this other stuff.
No, it's okay. I still got to try to figure out why my Google account don't work. My YouTube account don't work.
Yeah, that is
suspended for workout videos.
Oh man.
It's like, what? What's going on here?
Okay. Yeah, we need to get that figured out, bro.
Because I want to get this put onto a channel.
Yeah, this needs to be on it. We need to put it out there. Okay. Yeah, that's the serial code. Your customer number is. Oh, it's for Final Draft 11. I downloaded the wrong one. I needed to download Final Draft 11 and I downloaded Final Draft 12. What an idiot.
It
All right,
happens.
bro. All right, bro. Well, I'm gonna write down some stuff. Let's try to do Fridays, huh? You want to try Fridays?
Yeah,
What
let's
do you
shoot
do-
for
what do you
this
do on
Friday.
What's that?
Let's shoot for this Friday.
Yeah, what do you do on Fridays after you get off work? What do you do?
Come home, wrestle with the dog, okay, until
Okay.
he starts to wrestle too hard. Then I have to tell
Okay.
him no, outside
No.
Yoshi.
No.
Yeah, we
Okay.
bite, not that hard. I'll bite you back.
I'll bite you back.
Then we've been at the commercial kitchen the past few Fridays doing
Okay.
some work, but we've shifted the hours to earlier in the day, so that should work. I think we can do like a 8 o'clock your time, 9 o'clock my time.
Okay. I like that because I can actually do that. I can make that happen.
There you go.
Yep. Okay. Let's shut her down. Can
Yeah.
you want to sing the outro?
How's it go again?
So, some podcasts are slow and you don't know how long they'll last. That's why you're listening to the Dunning-Krueger effect show. So it's just basically some of them are slow and you don't know how long they last. You're listening to us.
Okay, so
3, 2, 1.
some podcasts don't
Slow.
know how long they'll slow.
And you don't
know
know
how
how long
They'll last. That's why you're listening to the Dunning-Krueger effect.